footy so far this year. He was out injured 2 years ago. He was okay last year, but I reckon this year he's back to his best.
So Buffalo's looking to control things again. It's Maroney. Kick long down the line. McKenzie flies, takes a good strong mark.
Burnt Jalen Clark.
And he's burned him again.
One of his brother.
Tommy Clark. He had a good game last week, Rick. Don't mind him.
Right. The brothers premiership captain in the local rugby league season up here.
He goes over the line. He'll have a boundary throw it.
Aaron Davies still looks pretty fit, number 36 for Palmerston.
And,
he's in good nick.
Played pretty well last week from all reports.
The ball thrown back in. Matty Dennis just edges out McKenzie in the ruck with a quick kick. And Maroney drops the mark. Timmy Aldridge keeps the ball alive. That's a nice kick down the line. Oh,
that umpire
bit of a collision.
The umpire shouldn't have dropped that, Nick.
And he's played out of bounds on the full. He should have put the jukes up and taken it, Rick. Flash Davey, kick up to half forward. Geez, he's a good user of the ball. Paulie Campbell for the Buffs. His first look at it, just shoves his opponent out of the way. He's the Rolls Royce of NTFL. Jalen Clark wrapped straight up, Rick. Good to see him back in the team.
Yeah, it is. He got reported for a couple of weeks. I've got a feeling they mightn't have been too happy with him because they made him play 2 games in the Div 1. I thought he was a good enough player to maybe only play 1.
Bradley Stokes. This is a good build-up from Palmerston. The kick is an absolute rip snorter. And Rowan Armstrong gets one. And the Pies hit the lead.
And Rowan Armstrong made his debut in the NTFL this season in round 3 and obviously showing he's got what it takes.
Yes, that was impressive, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Let's have a look at that replay.
Something about left footers. They just can kick a footy, can't they?
Yeah, well, I'm left foot, Rick, and I'm pretty hopeless, so I wouldn't go off everyone.
Nick, but you grow a pretty mean moustache, so we'll give you that.
That's true. That's true.
And the Magpies hit the lead, 5 points, with 17 minutes played in the first quarter.
Good game, Rick. Had a good game.
Good game. The viewers down south, the Northern Territory borders are open. If you want a holiday, maybe come up to Darwin and watch some footy. We've got plenty of it. If you haven't watched any footy from Victoria for a while, might be a good place to have a holiday. Come up here and watch some footy.
And the Tourism Minister's back. Hey, Rick.
You get a phone call at halftime, Rick. You'll have a job. He's Armstrong on the left. That's a nice-looking kick off the boot. Just out of Lambton's hands. Nice tackle coming over there. Lambton again. That's out of bounds on the full. No, it holds its line. Bit Shane Warne style. Stevie Lambton, of course, ex-St Mary's player, Rick.
I think he's their under-18 captain of a premiership side last year. It's a bit worrying for Saints when your 18's premiership captain goes to another club, so I'm not sure what the story is there.
So I'll have a boundary throw in and 70 metres around from the Palmerston goals. Matty Dennis again in the ruck. He's so dominant there. It's a nice tackle coming over the top. And the umpire said we'll ball it up.
Just going to put it out there, Ricky, just for you to think about. How many names do you know of the Buffaloes have been called over the years?
How many different names?
Yep, they've been known as.
Lambton just goes
Official
without
names?
it for now.
Yep.
Official names.
Well, I hope what I've got are official names.
Here's Paulie Campbell.
You got me there, Nev. I can't think of any others. I'll have a think about it, though.
No worries.
Sean Foster. There's a left footer, Rick. And that was a bit of a shake.
Yeah.
Mark taken down there by McAdam. Fires off a handball to Flash Davey.
Still got great skills, Davies, hasn't he?
He does.
That's a great kick.
Geez, they're on in the middle. And there's a fitty. Not entirely sure what that's for, but anyway, Palmerston will take it, and it's Josh Lang.
Aidan McAdam, do you know who his father might be? Like, obviously, he's a famous McAdam name from Alice Springs
I
Way.
think he's not part of the Greg Adrian. He's not part of that side of it, but I'm not sure. I can't answer that question. I had a bit of a look into it before the game, but I don't think he's part of that Greg Adrian and.
Is there a
third favourite
no,
role?
there's not a Charlie.
No, Charlie
No.
is. Gilbert.
Gilbert. How can we forget Gilbert?
Yeah, Gilbert's son.
St Kilda great.
And Brisbane Bears, please.
Yeah, okay, sorry, I'll give you that.
This is the third 50 for the evening.
What's going on?
We're only 20 minutes into the first.
They haven't all been undisciplined ones. It's been more like infringing the mark and that sort of stuff.
Ishmael Palmer right in the middle of the ground. He's out wide. He's got Timmy Aldridge. It's done a bit of gut running off half back.
Pull the trigger and go under the forward line quickly here, I think. Oh, good grab.
Nice mark. The experienced Lockyer. He's a great centre half back in the Rick.
Yeah. Essendon went and trained with Essendon a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he wasn't far off getting rookie listed by all reports.
It's a shocking kick.
McKenzie plays on quickly.
It'll cost you a goal, a kick like that.
And that's a mark taken in there by our boy Lockwiak.
Playing in the midfield with Foster back in the side, playing more in the midfield.
Get him in the goal square.
Sweet. God, he's pretty confident of his ability to kick this. It's
He'll snag this, Rick.
45 out on a difficult angle. He's gone back Ben Brown style, gone a fair way back.
And he does do that, doesn't he?
You guys loved him so much last week. I had to sort of get in the middle of you, almost get into a fist fight.
A fair bit of man love for our boy here, Lockwiak. He's on the approach. Will kick from just inside the 50. Winds up on the right now. The kick across the face. McKenzie there for the Buffs. The Palmerston at ground level. Oh, nice smother from Maxi Kennedy. And McKenzie can't quite keep that one in. Sorry, that was Joey Collinson.
Joey Collinson.
Of course, getting that smother on. Nice work from that man. So can the Buffs get a quick one back late in the first quarter?
Time on only a couple of goals scored, so it shouldn't go too deep.
Max Kennedy fires a handball out. McKenzie. Joey Collinson goes with the hands. Out of bounds. One of the boundary throw in. So there we have it. It's quarter time here at TIO Stadium. It's a Darwin Buffaloes 2-3-15 to the Palmerston Magpies 3-3-21. We'll have a quick break and be back right after this.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing can ever bring me
Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide. Ooh.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Welcome back to NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 NTFL season. Round 8 action. Sorry, round 9 action. Oh, get that right, Nick. So Darwin Buffaloes and the Magpies. Darwin Buffaloes trail 2-3-15 to Palmerston Magpies 3-3-21. We're about to get back underway. Matty Dennis in the middle against McKenzie. Like McKenzie when he gets in ruck, he wins that tap, does well. It's the ball moving forward. And a free kick coming back for holding the man to Ryan Wharf.
Ricky, what were your thoughts about the first quarter and then looking at this one?
Wasn't a bad quarter, better than last week's game. I wasn't a fan of last week's game, but the ball's moving pretty well. And Palmer, you've surprised me. I haven't seen a lot of them this year, but they seem to be hitting targets and going all right.
Playing pretty good for a team that's only won one game so far this season.
Yeah. As I said, Wanderers on top of the ladder. And they pushed him last week, so maybe a win is just around the corner, another one.
Joey Collinson goes with a big handball back. The ball comes in. Palmer by himself takes a good mark. He had Nigel Lockyer breathing down his neck. He was good enough to hold on to it.
Distance shouldn't be a problem for Palmer. The man from Sanitary, the community sanitaries are about an hour out of Alice Springs.
And Darwin Buffalo's second highest goal scorer so far this season.
Palmer with the kick to Foster.
Oh, well done. Although it was a buff player that
Flash Davey. Fires the handball out. Palmer's looking to clear this one, but Palmer cuts this one off right on the 50, up against the boundary. Doesn't have much on.
Not a bad matchup. They've got Aaron Davies is actually on Matty Campbell, the ex-2 AFL players.
Hopefully they get into a bit of a foot race as that kick comes up. Nigel Lockyer, strong hands. No, drops the mark. Foster gets wrapped up in a tackle immediately. Umpire circling and says, my ball, lads.
Nick, you scared me when you said, I hope they'll get into a foot. I thought you were going to say get into a fight. I was Nick,
we don't like that.
But foot race, I like that sound.
So the ball just popping around. Quick kick comes out. Here's Palmer just goes with the one hand and snaps a goal.
All class.
Nice goal from that man Palmer. He gets his first for the evening.
And scores a tied 21.
Game on, Ricky boy.
It is. It's got a bit of talent, this kid. You see, good chaos ball there from Joey Collinson. Just turns around and kicks a ripper. Put Mackenzie into the ruck this quarter. And Mackenzie going to the ruck against Matty Dennis. Many say the best player in the competition this year, Matt Dennis, may be leading the Nichols medal. So.
I want to talk to you more about that, actually.
Yeah.
Matty Dennis gets that clearance, a quick kick. It's a half forward for Palmerston. Mentha goes without it. Pendlebury can't quite get his hands on it. Here's Jalen Clark, self-proclaimed Rolls Royce. Goes over the top to Coombs. Coombs is paddling it forward. Matty Dennis does extremely well, as you heard the spectator say. And a throw is coming back.
Very passionate spectators. I'm loving it.
I love their footy up here in the territory.
As long as we don't hear those colourful words coming through loud and clear.
Yep. It was a Waratah seconds last week, as you would have heard. Nice.
Aaron Davies' skills are still immaculate, aren't they?
They're unbelievable. Certainly unbelievable as Palmerston move this one up to half forward with ease. Fletcher Wilson has Lambton on over the top.
Well done, Palmy. Very well done.
He takes an uncontested mark in the end.
Mikey Coombs coming off for a rest.
He's a raging bull, that man. As Paulie Campbell comes on for him. There's Stevie Lambton. A difficult angle. I wouldn't put it past him. He's a talented man. A kick from 45. Kick underway is left. Through for Minor.
He's quite talented. He's represented the NT at under 16 level in rugby league and basketball as well as football.
So the ball chopped off there from War. Fires a handball, gets it back into 1-2. They just overused it there. Joey Collinson fires out the handball to Pendlebury. The quick kick is going straight out of bounds on the full. No, stays in. Mackenzie, clever tap. If he can get on the end of it. Fires up with a nice tackle, paddles it backwards. Matty Dennis fires a handball. Clark cops one high. Now the kick comes into attacking 50. There's Mentha going off the deck there and all the way back to Flash Davey in the middle of the ground. Palmerston have the numbers. Lockyer.
We've got numbers here. Waterboy in the road. Whose Waterboy is it?
Yeah, the Waterboy is...
Buffalo's kick. So Palmerston Waterboy was in the way.
Michael Hagan throws on the right. Tui, or no, Palmer drops it, paddles it to himself, burns Matty Clark, and you will burn Matty Clark if you can get that Matty Campbell, sorry. And Ishmael Palmer gets his second.
Very impressive. 5 minutes played in the second quarter. Darwin Buffaloes hit the lead 4-3-27. Magpies 3-4-22. So 5 points the distance.
A little bit too easy, I reckon, this. There's an uncontested mark. He really should have marked that. He's able to make a mistake and just waltz away and kick a pretty simple goal. Not a big fan of that goal. I just reckon there could have been a little bit more pressure put on the ball carrier.
Not a fan of it.
I just like it not to be so easy. Would have liked a contest at the mark. And just a few crumbers putting a bit more pressure, a bit of body on him.
So Atkinson back in the middle. Wins that tap that time. But Palmerston at ground level. It's Guthrie.
Some say becoming second in their best and fairest, Guthrie, after Matty Dennis.
Chris Atkinson chops that one off.
After that kick.
That's well, here's Lockwiak. Gets a nice kick in the Foster direction. And the man known as the Foss takes a juggling mark.
You just can't kick into a man on the mark at this level of footy like that.
Let's see, coach killer, Ricky Boy. So Foster, he's been missed the last few weeks for the Buffaloes, you could say. As he'll kick from just on 50. See what the Foss man can do. Kick on the way, might not have the juice. And through from behind.
A carpenter by trade.
Is he?
Yeah.
Might start hanging on. Need a carpenter at home. I might start trying to hang around with him and get a few cash jobs done.
Love the way you think, Nick. Or not.
Not at all. Here's Flash Davey. He's had about 1 million possessions tonight. He's in good touch. And a great user by foot. Goes to the outer side. Palmerston look to get the next one pretty quickly. That one's smothered. We'll go over the line and we'll have a boundary throw. We've had a few of them tonight, Rick. A few stoppages.
Yeah.
Not your favourite thing to watch.
Not a big fan. I don't mind watching Matty Dennis in the ruck. Palms the ball pretty well.
He gets into a sprint, wins a tap down quite easily, but all buffs at ground level. The quick kick up to half forward. And that looks like it's going over the line. We'll do it all again, Ricky boy.
Another one in front of Shannon Motlop grandstand.
So, Ricky, if you don't like the throw-ins, what's an alternative you'd like to see?
I don't want to play the last touch because I reckon it takes the dinosaur ruckman out of the game. But I reckon the umpires could pay deliberate more often, I reckon, with it. Or be a bit stricter with it.
With the interpretation, Rick.
I think if you went the last touch up here, it's already a game for quick people. I just reckon for people that struggle with speed or a little bit of height, it just doesn't get. It still gives them a chance to play this great game. So I'd be worried about going to last touch because you'd nearly anyone with any height or lack of speed would be absolutely finished in the territory game. So that's why I wouldn't like that to happen. It's only my personal point of view, though.
Stokes goes out wide with the handball.
Maybe because I would have never got a game.
Atkinson gets wrapped up in a tackle. Manages to get the handball away. And Triccardi goes without it. Here go Palmerston on the rebound.
Or if he wins this, spare in the goal square, Palmerston just got to win this ball.
So the ball pops out. That spare's
been picked up.
That's gone. And the ball's out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw-in.
So, Ricky, have you been thinking more about, some of the names the Buffaloes have been called throughout the year?
Not the double blues. The double blues obviously is a simple one. Obviously not that.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's one of them ones. That's one.
That was a guess as well. Buffs. I thought they were just always called the Buffs.
Timmy Aldridge.
The diehards. Wasn't them, was it?
No, wasn't that a band you tried starting? No, just kidding. No, nothing.
So on the outer wing, it's Wilson, and that ball gets chopped off. Palmerston with the numbers. They should win this one out. They're away. Yes, they are. The handball comes out to Guthrie. They kick down the line to Dennis. And get it back. That Dennis is putting this one deep inside, attacking 50. Good mark down there, taken by Moroney.
It's an outstanding mark, that.
Under pressure. They're coming to the commentary side. Paulie Campbell's going to swallow this one up. He does. Brother of Matt Campbell, of course. He's one of the great blokes you'll meet, Matty Campbell. And 50. Jeez, it's 50 Central tonight.
Against Aaron Davey. And another one, because he argued, I've got a feeling this is 100.
Ooh.
Right to the goal square. March down there, Flash. Umpire Thomas Manning saying.
Aaron Davies wouldn't be happy with that.
Was that fair?
Oh, it was tough. I can tell you that. It's a big penalty, really, isn't it? Like, he's taken the ball in front of the Morris Reilly grandstand. No way known he was going to get the ball near the inside 50, and now an easy goal. So it's a extremely harsh penalty, but a memo come out from the NTFL about a month ago. Any arguing back to the umpire? Automatic 50.
Yeah, you're going to stamp that out of the game. Ishmael Palmer gets his third.
And the Buffs are 34 to Palmerston Magpies 22 with 11 minutes played in the second quarter. So, going back to
the names that you got me, I reckon Buffs, and I got the other one, Double Blues.
Yeah, they're also known as the Mighty Double Blues. Celebrated their centenary in 2016-17 NTFL season.
Yeah. What's the other names?
They were known as the Warriors in 1917, Vesties in 1918, and obviously Buffaloes 1926, and we'll come back to that.
Yeah, very good.
Back into the middle.
Certainly a powerhouse of a footy club in the 60s and 70s. They won a lot of premierships.
Tommy Clark takes the advantage. It was a nice tackle. And the quick kick goes back. So Lockyer now for Palmerston. And the colourful language downstairs.
Lucky there's not 50 on the crowd.
Yeah, I know. Imagine if I did that, would be stuffed. Your 50s all night. That ball's coming over the top, hits the umpire.
And the free kick.
Now, I don't know what's going on. Ishmael Palmer is having words with the umpire.
And
he's going to ball it up. Must have gave him a bit of a spray for getting in the way. Matty Dennis wins the tap. And the free kick going too high.
You can't give 100 against one team and then a warning to the other, though, can you? It's probably got
No. Flush Davey. Will fly from the back. Oh, a good tackle. Umpire circling and says, my ball again.
Pendlebury calling Ryan Pendlebury from Port Melbourne and the brother of Collingwood champion Scott Pendlebury. Had a pretty good year so far as well up here.
So the ball coming across from Stone to a one-on-one. Stokes wins this one.
Oh, well done. Just didn't pin him.
Palmer for the Buffaloes. Just gets it out wide back to Stokes. Not clean at ground level. Has time though. Here's Kennedy. Fires a handball out. No one there. Joey Collinson throws it on the left. Fly from the side. And Lockyer couldn't quite hold on to it. Palmerston looking to clear it under pressure. And that's quite ridiculous in the end.
So continuing with the Buffaloes and the names they've been known as over the years. Buffaloes in 1926, Darwin in 1963, and eventually the Darwin Buffaloes in 2010.
Lockie McKenzie with a kick in the Matty Campbell direction. Just gets outworked. Here's Hagan.
Oh, he might kick this. He usually loves that.
Goes with the hands. So Palmerston with the numbers, although chopped off by Jalen Clark, the Rolls Royce. Oh, he gets held onto. Could have had a free kick and he wins that, Rick.
You think when you give yourself the nickname the Rolls Royce,
well,
this would be a goal.
Well, they felt a bit of pressure there, I reckon, the Palmerston defence, saying that Jalen Clark was out in his own. He was running into goal. They just held on to him a little bit too long.
Saw a practice game at the start of the year, Buffalo's St Mary's, and this bloke was clearly best on ground. I thought he was going to have a huge year, and then he got rubbed out for 3 weeks, I think, and then he had to play seconds for 2. So, first game back, and the Rolls Royce puts it through.
He throws through his first, and the Buffaloes extend the lead.
They love it out there. 15 minutes played and the Buffaloes hit the lead again. 40-22, so 6-4-40 to Palmerston Magpies, 3-4-22.
He's getting away from him here. Oh, the Rolls Royce certainly, he's held on him for a while.
Made the umpire feel it. No, what was happening.
I think that's a free kick every day of the week.
So you guys are saying his self-appointed name, Rolls Royce.
Called himself it, apparently.
We love it. We love revving Jalen up. He's a good man.
What car would you name you guys?
That's on 180B. I am.
I want to be the broken down car.
What about you, Nev?
Oh, God, just a working car?
Here's
With
Mikey
fuel in
Coombs
it.
in the middle of the ground. Fires a handball out to Joey Collinson. Usually a good user of the ball. That one's not the best kick. Not his best, young fella. Nigel Lockyer chops that one off. Right back pocket for Palmerston. Goes with the long ball in the Matty Dennis direction. Lockie McKenzie in his way. Mikey Coombs raging through. Goes with the kick. Here's Jalen Clark. Into the 50. Gets on the left. And just out of reach of Foster. Here's Lockyer under pressure. It's a handball away. Good pressure. Buffaloes again locking it in. And we'll have a boundary throw in. So about 55 around from the Darwin Buffaloes goal. Russ will be looking to get the margin out to 24 just before half-time here at TIO Stadium. Tommy Clark with a crunching tackle. Guthrie for Palmerston.
Good grab.
That's a great mark. Under pressure too. Toshi Kerner moves it quickly. McDonald.
Oh, that's cute.
That's going to be fitty. McDonald.
That's a great kick.
That's a beautiful kick. Finds Jackie Fraser.
Yeah, good gut running as well, Jack Fraser. From Pines in the Mornington Peninsula League. Pines a pretty strong football club in that comp.
Pines, where are they? Whereabouts is that, Rick?
Mornington Way.
Mornington.
I think they won the flag about 2 or 3 years ago. So it's, I think, ranked about number 2 or 3 in Vic Country at the moment. So it's a fairly strong competition.
Jack Fraser gets to 40.
9-9.
That is out of bounds on the fall. Well, pretty average kick in the end. What ranked it in at number 1, Rick, at the moment?
Amateurs, where you're not supposed to be paying players as number 1. I think Geelong Footy League is number 2.
Yeah, good lead down in Geelong.
Mornington's number 3, I think. Although they didn't get to play last year, did they? So. But the amateurs just get stronger and stronger each year.
Good running there from Chris Atkinson. I was just watching him off the ball. Worked into space well.
Turnover. No.
So they're out here. Matricardi fires a handball back to Aldridge. Gets stripped. And out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in.
Rick, earlier you were mentioning the Nichols medal. Is there someone who's on your radar?
Radar.
Matty Dennis would have to be up there.
Do you know who's on my radar? And I've just realised he's not playing tonight, and I reckon he's been killing them as Stokes for Buffaloes.
That's true.
We haven't mentioned that in the call.
No.
Yeah. We're used to saying Stokes. There's Jared's mixed up.
That one's out of bounds on the fall.
I reckon he's had a fairly good start.
Yeah, he's had a great year. We have watched a fair few Buffs games, though, to be fair.
As well. That does happen. Matt Dennis to be up there. Pretty dominant.
So Paul Campbell on the outer wing.
TC's as well, Southern Districts player, Woodville West Torrens Premiership player. He's been an absolute ball magnet as well.
Mikey Hagan goes with a handball over the top. The kick comes in to the top of the square. Dangerous kick. And, wow, great defence down there from Riley Stone.
It was well defended. What a fast play.
Not sure about that kick.
I'd like to see you hit your target there, son.
So the hands come over the top to Wharf. He gets wrapped up. Legged in the end. Umpire says that's okay, though. Joey Collinson trying to do a bit of pickpocketing. Umpire circling. And you're going to get done for holding the ball here.
I like that. The umpire, get the ball out. It's your responsibility to get the football out.
Joe Collinson is a sneaky unit.
In a couple of years with the Uni Rats, I think. He's back playing NTFL football, so that's good.
And that's not the best kick. Matty Dennis takes a mark.
Anybody else would have coughed that up, but good grab by Dennis.
Left back pocket. This is the kick out wide.
Certainly breaking down here, Palmy. They get the footy here a fair bit, but then just turn the footy over.
Lampton fires the hands out to Jack Fraser. Gets wrapped up in the tackle. Lampton gets it back again.
Buffs have got about 6 people behind the footy, just blocking off the exits.
They have done well here, Buffs. Pressure's coming thick and fast. Just a bit of a scrap on the outer side. One goes over the line, we'll have a boundary throw in.
What are you liking about the Buffaloes this week? And the siren's gone, and we'll talk about that after the break. You're watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL season. We'll be back after this break. Darwin Buffaloes lead Magpies by 19 points.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Domestic violence is everybody's business.
And it's not just the physical abuse, it's the things we don't see.
It is hurting our families. It is killing our families.
A lot of people have been silent to this fact, and I think it's about time we all speak up together and say no more to this form of abuse.
No more.
No more. No more family violence.
No more to the family violence.
No more. No more.
No more.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
On Territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
The time to kickstart your business is now. Get your message across with the experienced local TV production team at Kick Digital. Cost effective, rapid turnaround, exceptional service. Kick Digital. Television production energised.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal for all school-related activities. 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact CFS Gear for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy. I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
The NTFL clubs and umpires would like to share the following events and messages and thank their sponsors for the 2021 TIO NTFL season. For more information, please visit the relevant club or umpire's Facebook page.
You're watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-2021 TIO NTFL season. That's a lot of 20s and 21s. In the commentary box is Ned McEwen, Nick O'Reilly and Ricky Nolan.
Just about to get back underway. Darwin Buffaloes 6-5-41 to Palmerston Magpies 3-4-22. As umpire Thomas Manning throws that ball up. Matty Dennis wins the tap down. Easy in the ends. Mentha wrapped up in the tackle. Here's Matty Dennis taking on the whole Buffs team. Ball pops out. Chris Williams in pursuit. Taps it backwards. It's a nice, clever tap too. Mikey Coombs chops it off the Darwin Buffaloes. They're away now. Maxie Kennedy throws it on the right. This is a good build-up. Oh, look at the great hands. Man boy, Lockwiak.
Put him forward, which I reckon is a good move. I reckon he was dangerous last week. He hasn't got that much of the foot. He's going to pass this off.
And not the best kick. Palmer can't quite get there in the nick of time. Lockyer fires the handball out. They're away now. Palmerston through Jack Fraser. Comes out wide. Maroney gets worried out of it. Pulled up a bit ginger there. Palmer. Bit of fence whacking, if you don't mind. So the kick comes up in the Lambton direction, just out of his hands. McKenzie goes backwards with the handball. He's going to get it back, McKenzie. It's knocked over the line. That ball was out of bounds. Umpire said no, it wasn't. Oh. And Timmy Eldridge arrived late and then got a bit of a whack. You're getting a 50. And then McDonald, sorry, I'm just laughing at the...
One umpire gave a 50 and one umpire's turned it around.
Yeah, he got slung to the ground after that free kick was skinned away. It's probably unnecessary. I think it was Eric Guthrie giving that free kick away. That's a dangerous kick into the corridor. McKenzie fires out the handball. Stokes on the left. It's up Matricardi. Left half back. This goes long down the line to Loudon. He takes a mark on the outer side. Goes over to Paulie Campbell. Got to go with the one grab. Paulie Campbell. And Matty Dennis sits on top of it. Fires it out. One goes over the line. Eric Guthrie runs that over and we'll have a Matty throw in. Rick, it was a good first half.
Yeah, big pickup. Matty Dennis keep coming back. The Palmerston Footy Club, known as one of the best ruckmen outside the AFL. Recently was named the best player in the Northern Footy League over the last 25 years. It's a pretty big rap.
McKenzie wins that tap down on that occasion. It's Mentha. He's had a busy day, Mentha. Or evening, for those of you playing at home.
It's on Matty Dennis. Heard it a year ago. He got offered there's no money really up here, but he got offered a substantial amount of money to go to a football club and knocked it back. I went to Palmerston for free, so very, very loyal man.
So Palmerston and half back. Mentha fires the handball backwards. Matty Dennis. It's a long kick. And it's a good mark taken there by Will Clark. So Buffs looking just to control things early here in the third quarter. And there's that risky kick into the middle.
It's got to hit if you go in there.
Palmerston with the numbers. So at half-back are Palmerston. Matty Dennis can't quite get there. There's Mentha again. Sorry, it's Ryan Wharf. He's going to get it back here, Wharf. Good gut running. They're away now, Palmerston. The kick comes inside, attacking 50. Again, Buffs cleaning up back there. And that's a nice kick. Finds Kennedy. So Kennedy comes out in the Lockwiak direction. Oh, geez, he's got good hands. Yeah, you pay them. You pay them. It's something he likes over the top. It's Hagan. Just over Matty Campbell's head. Stays ground level. Lockyer. And that one's out of bounds on the full. So Matty Campbell right there.
Matty Campbell left foot up. Be interesting to see if he has a ping from here. Good
ball
throw
back
in by that young fella.
It was a good throw too.
Real good
Just
throw.
cleared the fence. Matty Campbell's eats these for breakfast, Rick.
Eats them for breakfast, Nick.
Yep.
No one's given him an option. He looks pretty left footer.
Kick underway. That's not bad. It's just across the face.
Matty Dennis kills that.
So Lockyer plays on.
That's a fair kick.
Big roost. Clark fires out the handball to Aldridge. He's got Coombs. He's Hagan. He's got time and space. That's a nice kick.
I reckon Hagan, it's his first game back for a while. I reckon second half he'll just get a bit more run.
So Clark. Lockwiak flies just out of his hands. Joey Collinson. Ball smothered. Good defence there. Williams. It's a handball out to Flash Davey. He gets tackled. Timmy Aldridge gets it back in. Andy Campbell just paddles that towards the boundary. We'll have a throw in.
Do you guys like a bit of Luxor? Apparently it's a Luxor festival on in Darwin at the moment.
Ooh.
More of a reason for tourists to come to Darwin.
Exactly.
Get up here.
Do you guys like a bit of Luxor?
Luxor and footy. Nev, have two of my favourite things. Matty Dennis just juggles that one out of the ruck. Kennedy, the kick's going across the face and out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Luxor and Darwin go hand in hand. It's like Luxor and Darwin and humidity. They go together.
Luxor for breakfast. That's how it goes at Parat Markets and Rapid Creek, yeah?
I love it.
Darwin and sweating.
We'll be down there tomorrow at the Rapid Creek Market.
Oh, yeah.
Strutting around. No. Ball thrown back in.
I thought that was Mitchell Street you strut around, Nick.
Atkinson goes with the flying boot. Can't quite get that one to go through. Rolly Stone with a quick kick out of congestion. Here's Pendlebury. Finds Kennedy. He plays on quickly. It's a good kick.
Used his body well then.
Flash Davey good enough to spoil that one. Now they look to reload. Lockyer. Shawnee Armat flies from the back. Goes to ground. It's nice work from McDonald. Gets it up to half forward. And chopped off by Buffs. Here's Jalen Clark. Sean Armat. Paulie Campbell about to get absolutely nailed. Doesn't. Jalen Clark running backwards, gets a kick away. And this one will be dead. And we'll have a boundary throw in. That claps right in my ears.
Nick, you're from down south. Have you ever eaten salty plums?
No, I actually never have. I've lived up here for 6 years and I've never had salty plums.
I think we've got to do that with you and record it and upload it so everyone can see it.
I don't know about that.
And Blatchung.
So the quick from Williams. There's a free kick coming back for too high, I think. Going the way of John Harvey. So Mentha winds around on the right. That's a kick in. It's a dangerous kick, but
fair grab.
Palmer getting back there. Chopping that one off.
He's so strong.
He's Pendlebury.
Usually see him in the back half of the oval either.
So Pendlebury, that's a good kick. Well, hangs up in the air and a good mark taken from Foster.
Not like going forward buffs much, then it's always a 45 or a lateral kick.
Mikey Coombs uses the body well. Finds Atkinson right in front of the commentary box. Atkinson doesn't have much on. Once Foster goes back to Coombs. The kick comes inside attacking 50. Lockwiak from behind, can't quite get there. Aaron Davey. That's a good kick under pressure.
Some numbers here, Palmy.
They're out on the outer side, although they've got nothing long down the line.
Had to use the footy by hand there. They've got Guthrie on now.
So Williams finds Guthrie, that man.
Let's go, Chico!
That's a good kick into the middle of the ground. Fraser.
Good build up for Palmy, now going long. Get it in. No, usable, not a bad option.
John Harvey. Here's Fraser, gets it back, 50. The kick to the top of the square is a good one.
Very good ball movement.
It's like a training drill in the end, Rick, wasn't it?
Saying get it in, but they used the usable going through the turnover zone. They did it really, really well.
He's Brandon McDonald.
McDonald from the Morewood Footy Club in the Gibson League.
Gets into a bit of a trot and sticks it straight through.
Oh, it's impressive ball movement actually by Palmy. Only 2 and a bit goals in it. They can get a couple of quick ones.
Yeah, the Magpies moved to 28. Darwin Buffaloes 42 with 10 minutes played in the third quarter.
Seeing this replay, they do use the ball well. Good run from behind. And that's the one there where I was saying going in long, but they didn't. They just used the usable. Good run by Fraser from behind.
Yeah, it's a good kick too in the end. Rick,
and he just pulled it a little bit. Kept put it in front of McDonald. Did really, really well.
Ricky, in the next few minutes, got some questions to test you on about the Palmerston Magpies history. Some of the names they've been called.
North Darwin was one for sure.
You got that right. There's more.
Quick kick comes out in the Foster direction, drops the mark. One's around, is Matty Campbell. Well defended there by Fletcher Wilson. We'll have a boundary throw in. So 45 around from the Darwin Buffaloes goal. Matty Dennis and Mackenzie do battle. Matt Dennis wins that one down. Here's Flash Davey. Dangerous kick, but it works. That'll do. McAdam goes out wide to Lockyer. He's got an absolute paddock if he can just pick the ball up. Does so now. Just overcooks it in the end. There's Clark charging through there for the Buffaloes. Kennedy goes out wide to Coombs. Works around onto his right foot. Lockwiak in a one-on-one. Just paddles it forward. Might go off the deck here. Can't. Andy Dennis cops one in the back. Umpire says play on. Fires a handball out. That's good. Brock finds Lockyer. So they'll try and do it again. Although that one's getting chopped off by Armat. Drops a mark. And they paid the mark in the end.
Mackenzie in the middle.
Mackenzie works it into the middle again. It's a dangerous place to turn the ball over, but Stokes good enough to clean up for the Buffs, although the handball wasn't his best.
Got to do something with it.
Maroney. Just a bit of sloppy footy happening here at the moment. Palmerston should make them pay, really. It's Fraser.
No.
So Guthrie gets a handball out. Mackenzie wins that one. Just goes with the fend off, Mikey Coombs. Here's Kennedy.
He's got to learn to hurt him in that situation, Palmy.
Matty Campbell uses his body well. Davey cleaning up again for Palmerston. And Armstrong gets that one out.
We've got one on in the middle.
Aidan McAdam.
Sinclair Stanley needs to go a little bit harder on that footy.
Ryan Pendlebury chops it off. Here's Jalen Clark, drops the ball. Guthrie. Here's the crowd not enjoying the umpiring, it's fair to say. Here at TIO Stadium, the kick comes into the goal square. Matty Campbell over the back.
Good defending then.
Punch through for a behind.
Sandy Brock, well done.
Chris Atkinson having a well-earned breath.
Can the Magpies come back?
Well, it's only 2 goals. It's not impossible. They just should have. That turnover about a couple of minutes ago, situations like that, they just got to put sides away.
Loudon goes with the handball. Matty Campbell through the... and a free kick. Into Max Kennedy, I think. So in the back. That man is Max Kennedy. And he'll line up for his first for the evening. And look to extend the margin back to 20 points. So Guthrie falling into the back of Max Kennedy. Unnecessary free kick in the ends. As we see Jalen Clark coming off for a break. On comes Metricardi. Meanwhile, back at the footy, it's Max Kennedy. Will kick from about 35 out. Slight angle. He dobs it. And pulls the margin back out to 20.
Yeah, the boy from Port Melbourne, he had a massive second half last week, so we'll see how he goes in the second half of this game. But They've been a good pick-up for Buffs. Must be friends with, I'd say, Ryan Pendlebury, because Pendlebury's from Port Melbourne as well.
So Matty Campbell there. If we see the free kick, see him get into the back.
I think he's a bit disappointed with himself the way he fumbled it, but yeah, he's in the back every day of the week.
Ricky, how many grand final or Premier League grand finals do you think the Buffs have won in their history?
Buffs have won, I will say. Saints are on 32, and they're the leading it. I reckon Buffs are around the 22 mark, I'll have a guess at.
Oh, very close.
Very close.
23.
23,
That's impressive.
Lockwiak out of the middle.
I think they won 5 in a row in the 70s. It was a pretty dominant performance by them. Oh, well done by
Hagen there, keeping it in.
Maradona like.
It was. Of course, we lost the great man. Well, some slick hands there from Hagen, and that one's went out of bounds. Of course, we lost one of the all-time, probably the best soccer player of all time, Rick.
Yeah.
Maradona this week.
60 years of age.
Lived quite the life, didn't he? It's fair to say.
Yes, he wasn't boring.
No, definitely not. Matty Dennis, Lockwiak. It's a handball away. There's Flash Davey. Has nothing on in the middle. And he's turned that one over. Ishmael Palmer. He's got a fair
Matty
roost
Dennis,
on him.
Matty Campbell one out. That was well done then by the Palmerston youngster.
Aaron Davey. Over to Mentha. Doesn't have much on. Goes backwards. So not a bad switch, although Buffs have moved the zone over pretty quick. Matty Campbell's chopped that one off. Need to turn around quickly, Matty Campbell. He has Foster on by himself, and it was, well, too easy in the end, Rick.
Yeah, Fletcher Wilson, just a really poor turnover, the boy from St Joey's. Also played for the Geelong Falcons in 2018, but yeah, just got to not turn the footy over so easy through the middle.
Brodie Foster on a tight angle, usually a pretty good kick. This man, of course, he's got the yellow wheels on. So the kick is a behind.
Buffs move to 50 to Palmerston Magpies 28.
22-point lead to the Darwin Buffaloes. Here's Flash Davey. That's a nice kick. Finds John Harvey.
Google how old Flash Davey is. He's a marvel still playing at this age.
I'm going to say 35, 36.
So Brandon McDonald winning the free kick for too high there. Wheels around on the right. It's a disappointing kick in the end.
It's got to be better than that.
Roney chopping it off. For the Darwin Buffaloes, one's Tommy Clark. He's had a good game tonight, Tommy Clark. Just pulls the kick at the last minute. Finds Aldridge. Right half back for the Buffaloes. Here's Mike Coombs. Now he has Sean Foster over the top. On the left, Matty Campbell or the Brodie Foster take a pick. And that's a good contested mark in the end.
It's an outstanding mark. He's running with the flight of the ball, just turned his body at the right time. So if oncoming traffic was coming, he wouldn't end up in Darwin Hospital, and took a really, really good grab. Like Buffs, they just control, get the ball to the launch pad, centre of the ground, then try and get a deep entry. They've got the skills to be able to do it, so they did that really, really well. Foster needs to kick a goal. He's missed a couple of nights. Time to step up.
And he sticks that one straight through. And the Darwin Buffaloes extend the lead.
And the spectators love it. You can just hear them in the background. Darwin Buffaloes bring up their 8th goal, 8-8-56 to Palmerston Magpies, 4-4-28. So a lead of 28 points, if I can count as good as Nick.
Biggest following, I reckon, Buffaloes in the territory when they're up and about. Wanderers are another club with a big following.
And a lot of famous and well-known Darwin families, very
Massive,
proud families.
Yeah. Matt, Stokes,
Cabillos, Motlops.
Wanderers, though. Yeah, Wanderers, Motlops as well.
Back in the middle, Matty Dennis wins a tap down, but finds Hagen.
Buffalo's family name.
Mikey Coombs gets run down by Flash, gets a kick away though. Here's Foster again. Drop the mark, nice ball coming over the top. It's Riley Stone.
Good pressure.
Could have been pinged for holding the ball. And a free kick going the way of the Palmerston Magpies.
Palmerston Magpies, originally known as the Internationals back in the day.
I think they were the Southerners used to come up, I think, in the early, when they started about the 1970s, I think.
The Internationals?
Was their actual name the Internationals, or?
Yeah, apparently originally known as the Internationals, and I think they played in like a semi-official members of the NTFL reserves, and they were soccer players trying to, get fit in the off-season or stay fit.
So at right half back for the Darwin Buffaloes, Timmy Aldridge. It's a handball away to Tricardi. Pendlebury asked to play on. He had a laugh too. You could see as soon as he punched it.
Sort of funny with Palmerston. I think it was about the 1990s. North Darwin moved out to Palmerston. They become an absolute powerhouse. Russell Jeffries was coaching them, and they had like Matty Stokes and the Davey boys when they were about 16 and 17. Trent Henshaw won a lot of premierships, and they look like being an absolute powerhouse for a long time.
You're watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium in hot and steamy Darwin. At three-quarter time, Darwin Buffaloes are 56 to Palmerston Magpies 28. We'll be back after this short break with the final quarter.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing can ever bring me down. Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide. Ooh.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
The fourth quarter is about to get underway here at TIO Stadium in Darwin for NITV's coverage of the NTFL Men's Premier League game between the Darwin Buffaloes and Palmerston Magpies. The Buffaloes are in front by 28 points to the Magpies.
Thanks, Nev. We've umpires, I don't really know what's actually happening. The umpires are sort of standing around as Rick Nolan gets the headset back on. I think he was just on the air conditioner then, where you then, Ricky boy, as you pull the
it's a bit warm in here.
It is certainly warm. Here's Matty Dennis winning the first tap. Williams charging through the middle. The kick is a good one, and a free kick's been paid for in the back. And McDonald is the receiver of that free kick, and he'll have a shot on the slide angle from about 45 out. Good start from Palmerston, Rick.
Yeah, McDonald's kicked one, I think, in the third quarter. The boy from the Gibson League. See if he puts this one through.
Kick on the way. It's just jagged left. Would have been the start that the coaching team would have wanted.
4 goals in it, so it's not impossible. Not likely, but not impossible.
So Stokes. One's McKenzie. He's had another good game tonight. I've liked him when he's gone into the ruck against the big boy Matty Dennis there, Rick.
Yeah.
He's done a good job, I thought.
Played well on the ruck. Was it last week or a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, he actually ended up dominating the ruck, didn't he? He's a good player. Bit of a Mr. Fix-It sort of vibe. McKenzie. Here he is again, although Matty Dennis bodies him out easy on that occasion. The kick comes up to half forward. They've moved Nigel Lockyer up forward. It's Pendlebury. So they're away here. Matricardi. The kick comes up. Just a drop mark. Under pressure again here at the Palmerston defence. Max Kennedy fires out the handball to Jalen Clark. Finds Palmer. He goes out sideways. The kick is a poster. Was a good build-up, Rick. Geez, I've dropped twisties everywhere. I'm going good. Yeah, what's going on here? Oh, there's a player down just inside the 50.
Heat stroke or something. And the Buffaloes players, looks like Hagen's a little bit concerned with him.
Seeing stars, perhaps, Riley Stone. Yeah, he doesn't look good, does he?
Yeah, when the opposition are showing a bit of care, you always worry a little bit.
So Armstrong, kick cut off again. Here's Palmer, has one bounce, gets to 50. The kick in the Matty Campbell direction. That was a bit too easy in the end. And Matty Campbell takes an uncontested mark. About 30 out on a pretty tight angle, but, well, Matty Campbell can really put him away from anywhere. So this isn't beyond him, Rick.
They've had trouble leaving their D50 tonight, Palmerston.
So Matty Campbell, ex-North Melbourne champ.
What a football club.
And he sticks that one through and gets the opener in the final quarter and extend that lead, Nev.
Sure does. The lead's now 63-29. Darwin Buffaloes are in front by 34 points with 3 minutes played in the fourth quarter. Now, you were saying about Aaron Davey trying to figure out how old he is, Rick.
37 I think. Is that right?
Yeah, according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, I looked that up
83, born in 83. Is that what you would have thought?
No, I knew that he had some age on him, but just so much respect for someone at that age to still be playing the footy that he's playing and still moving really, really well. Still playing good footy in Cairns, I believe. So.
Just a total professional,
yes, yeah. Best and fairest winner at the Melbourne Demons Football Club.
Matty Dennis gets the quick kick out. Bradley Stokes, though, chopping it off for the Darwin Buffaloes. Fires out the handball to Timmy Aldridge. Aldridge with the kick. Lockie McKenzie sells a bit of candy. And he sold candy, but it went over the line in the meantime.
Rick, the move from North Darwin to Palmerston, how big of a move was that?
Pretty big move, but they turned into a powerhouse really quickly, and they should be like, there's 30,000 people in the Palmerston catchment, and they've got probably the best facilities in the league. So yeah, they did make that move, and as I said, it was just a real good era coming through with Matty Stokes and the two Davey boys before they got drafted. Trent Henshaw, Russell Jeffries was the coach, and they had some Mark Tyrrell was another person, captain at the time, and looked like they were just going to be an absolute powerhouse in the 90s. Won quite a lot of premierships and played in a lot of grand finals, but been struggling a little bit of late. But yeah, it was a big move for that footy club to move all the way out there.
Geez, they're on here. The Buffs, Shawnee Armat has Coombs over the top, ignores that. Has further afield in the Palmer direction and takes a mark on Aaron Davey. The 37-year-old, he looks like he's about 22. He's in pretty good condition.
Matty Campbell trying to get free on a lead.
So Palmer gets to 50 and just jags that left, stays left, and it was never coming back. So away on the outer side, Mentha. It's been good tonight. Finds McDonald right in the middle of the TIO stadium. Looks to move it quickly.
Few players deep.
Atkinson with the fist over the top. Stokes and Lockyer go battle. Lockyer keeps it in, does well. The dribble kick is an absolute belter.
Fair kick.
And Aidan McAdam just gives Palmy a little bit of a sniff, Rick.
Yeah. Jason Dunster wouldn't be happy with it, but it's a great goal. Yeah, they had numbers out the back. This is a good kick. You could see they did have some numbers here. Kept it in that direction. Lockyer did really well. And McAdam, this is sensational.
It's a great goal.
And only 29 points the difference. Can they come back? I would like to see it get closer.
I need to kick. What do I need to kick? 6, 4. Yeah, probably kick 5 goals to win. They've kicked 5 goals in 3 quarters. So.
And they kind of need it unanswered, don't they?
So Lockyer. Ping folding the ball. Now, Palmerston player's gone down, looks quite injured, and it's that Mentha.
Looks like he got one in the area that you don't want to get one, Nick.
The nether region.
Can be quite painful, those ones.
Yes. Yes, it is, Rick.
Oh.
I feel weird after seeing that.
Interesting with the Palmerston catchment with so many, that 30,000 plus there's another 30,000 people in the district's catchment. And now the NTFL pretty keen to get another team out there, especially down the bottom area where the Palmerston Rugby League is. So Buffs at an AGM, it got passed though. We're going to move out there about 4 or 5 years ago, but it hasn't happened. I don't think it will happen. So not sure what will go on. I can't see Buffs moving there, even though there was talk of it a while ago.
John Harvey with the kick. Matty Dennis fires from behind. Buffs at ground level. Paulie Campbell flicks it forward. Foster does well. It's a good kick coming down towards Palmer. Palmer does well. Palmer fires a handball out to Jalen Clark. He's got Foster on over the top. Lockyer's got the ball now. He's pretty quick.
He moves well. That's a great kick.
Kick in the Matty Campbell direction. He loves these ones, Matty Campbell on the left, and a goal. Well done, Matty Campbell. Well done, Darwin Buffaloes. And he loves the celebration too, Rick, as we just see.
Yep. Kick a goal, you've got to be happy. Yeah, so I think Buffs, I reckon if you put my St Mary's hat on, to move a whole football club out there, which is about 20 minutes down the road, I reckon I know one family in the whole St Mary's footy club that live in Palmerston. So probably be the same with Buffs. I think if they are going to do another footy club, I don't think it'll be a relocation. I reckon they're probably just better off starting a new one down that bottom catchment where they reckon the Oz kick is out of control around that rugby league area. I even heard a few rumours of Palmerston Rugby League entering an Aussie rules team a junior Aussie rules team next year, so we'll see if something comes of that.
Wow, that would be something.
Yes, but I can't see a relocation happening, so if they're going to do it, I think they've just got to start one from scratch.
Maddie Dennis just punching that one forward. Guthrie goes with the hands to Fraser. Get up to half forward. Good fist coming over the top from Pendlebury. It's one of the informed defenders of the competition. Foster gets ran down, turns it over. Williams. That was clever by Williams and pulled the kick. And Lambton takes a mark.
Could you imagine if you could hear teams getting called like Humpty Doo, whatever, or the Howard Springs so-and-so, now that Howard Springs is quite well known.
Goes the handball to Lockyer, and that is a point. Yes, talking about funny names. I think the Frankston Dolphins is actually the Dolphins is a funny name, Rick. Thoughts?
Yeah, been around for a while. Oh, they folded, didn't they? And they started back up again.
So Moroney pulls that one. That's out of bounds on the full.
Greatest kick in the world.
Actually, yeah, what could be some good, interesting names, fellas?
I tried to start a girls' footy team out in East Arnhem Land to get the girls playing, and we're going to call ourselves the Justin Biebers, but it never really took off.
Oh my goodness! Thank goodness for that, Nick. I'm going to have to talk to you good and proper after this broadcast, I tell you.
I was trying to get the girls playing. I thought if I bring Justin Bieber into it, they might play. The Bieber fever.
I'm a bit worried about you, Nick.
Mev, I totally understand why you would be. That's fine. Maddie Dennis punches that one forward. McDonald out to Williams. And then out of bounds, and we'll do it all again. Palmerston currently trailing by 34 here at TIO Stadium. No ball thrown back in. Matty Dennis does well. Quick snap.
He's good at that, isn't he?
Yeah. He's just so big and strong, Rick.
Yeah. And just such a dominant ruckman in the powerful Northern Footy League in Victoria. Played for Bundoora there. And living in Darwin at the moment with COVID.
So Darwin Buffaloes at half back through Paulie Campbell. Chopped off though. Flash Davey. Everyone threw their boot at it, but no one collected it. Guthrie does well. Fires off the handball to Fraser. The kick in the Lockyer direction. Oh, McDonald flies from the side and takes a great mark.
Can he kick that far? If he can't.
Well, he looks to play on. Fires around on the right. The
got there.
kick is touched.
Penalty puts it through and buffs her away.
Heard the crowd go, oh, what? Drop mark from Foster. Ball comes out, just toe pokes forward. Stevie Lambton immediately wrapped up in the tackle. Drops the ball in the end. Pendlebury finds Moroney. They're in control now. The Darwin Buffaloes at half back. Foster. It's the kick up in the Maxi Kennedy direction. Might go off the deck, he does. Here's Matty Campbell. Wheels around onto the left. The kick is left. Oh, still in play, actually. And that one's out of bounds, and we'll have a throw-in.
Still very nippy, Matty, isn't he? Still got a bit of pace.
He should have had the half-time race and had Flash and Matty. So it's the last thing you'd want to do at half-time, wouldn't it?
What's been the difference between the Buffaloes this week compared to last week and the week before?
A bit of quality has certainly come into the side, although they did lose Jared Stokes, but they have had some very good players come into the team.
Jalen Clark immediately, he's got a free kick for too high here, Clark. Has he got the journey from there, Rick?
No.
Yeah, that's just a big no.
Sorry, Jalen. Prove me wrong, hopefully.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
He's rocking the man bun. He's pulling it off too.
His grandfather was an absolute champion, multiple premiership players with the Buffaloes Football Club. There's another famous name, the Clark name for the Buffaloes Football Club.
Jalen Clark just sticks that one right Had the distance in the end.
Damn you,
No,
Rick,
it had
for
to be
being...
distance and accuracy.
It's like,
You gotta have it
damn
both.
you, Rick, why? Why couldn't you be wrong?
So Flash Davey to do the kick-out duties as he's done so all night. The easy Riley Stone sort of unmarked right up the guts there. So Palmerston. You get a quick one here. Lambton on the outer wing. It's a nice kick up to Kerneth. Wheels around on the right. 9-9 as Rick Nolan would say. Lambton can't quite get on it. Williams with a quick kick.
3v1 though.
Attacking 50. You'd think the 3 would win. So, I don't know about that. No, umpire saying it was a shepherd out, but Pendlebury arguing his case.
Sandy Brock. Palmerston Jr. See what the youngster can do.
Oh, Sandy Brock.
He moves the footy around, what doesn't he, as he walks in?
Kick on the way is a point.
He's not even quite 18 yet. Like, next month he'll be 18.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's what I think. Palmerston, they've got to just get some kids to really fall in love with their footy club. I think it's a real key. A couple of years back, I think they won about 3 or 4 18s premierships in a row, but I'm not that big of a fan of junior premierships, so it's more about getting players to fall in love with your footy club and then drag others to create a culture of hard work. So hopefully with a couple of these kids that they are blooding, really fall in love with their club.
Metricardi on the outer side. It's a quick ball up to Will Clark. Plays on now, fires a handball over the top. He's Loudon. Has a second bounce. Approaches 50.
Great kick.
The kick is a absolute belter. Well done to that man, Loudon.
Brings it up to the 11th goal for the Buffaloes. 11-11-77 to the Magpies. 5-9-39. So what's that, guys? 38 points, the difference?
He did this. The moment that left the boot, you could just tell he hit it well, didn't you? Like Loudon. Former Casey Demons listed player and played his under-18s in the TAC Cup for the Gippsland Power. So,
bit of talent.
Impressive.
Talking about talent, I'm going to ask you about some of the AFL players that have come out of both clubs. Who they've produced.
Palmerston's biggies would be Matthew Stokes. The two Davies boys. Trent Henshaw was from Palmerston as well. And Buffalo's, their most famous AFL player would certainly be Andrew McLeod. 2 times Norm Smith medalist.
Jalen Clark with the kick.
My opinion, the greatest Adelaide Crows player of all time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be far off, would he?
Robbie Armatt is another one. Matthew Armatt played AFL football as well.
Yep, you're ticking them off. I've got a few.
Jason Jones. He was drafted, didn't play AFL.
Daryl White.
Daryl White. Pioneers and Buffaloes.
Matty Whelan.
Matty Whelan, Melbourne Demons.
Mike Coombs fires a handball back to McKenzie. He's stuffing around with it at half-back. The Magpies.
Ryan Ayres is another one.
And how can we forget Cameron Stokes? Hawthorn.
Palmer. The kick just out of reach of Lockwiak. Guthrie cleaning up for Palmerston. Mikey Coombs shoves him in the back. Lockwiak goes with the one hand. Jalen Clark sells some candy, does the candy man.
I'll back him on this one.
Jalen Clark.
He likes it.
And the celebration as well.
Woohoo!
That's why we call him the Rolls Royce, Nev.
Yeah, I feel like cheering in the in the box here. Well done.
Well done by Jalen Clark there, Rick.
Bit of twinkle toes stuff. We'll just see here. What's this? It'll look good on a dance floor. Look at that. Oh.
He could give you guys a run for your money on the dance floor, I think.
Wow.
Good celebration afterwards.
Woohoo!
I love that sort of stuff. Creates energy. Well done.
Gets the boys up and about, Rick.
Yep, I enjoy it.
Anytime you guys want to get up and dance, I can give you a bit of appraisal or not.
Yeah.
self-appraisal would be terrible.
I always say I'm a black girl without any rhythm.
Maddie Dennis out of the middle for Palmerston. Gets it up to half forward. Immediately wrapped up though. Jennings. Oh, nice spinning pirouette from Lockyer. Well, it gets wrapped up though.
Really better than Jalen Clark's. If he had a kick
Some
goal.
great footwork. So Timmy Aldridge winning that free kick.
Good spoil.
Great spoil going, killing that one over the line. We'll have a boundary thrown right in front of the commentary box.
Continuing with the AFL players from the clubs, what about Joe Anderson and Jed Anderson as well for Buffaloes?
Joe Anderson dominated a grand final before he got drafted by Carlton for Buffaloes in a premiership year. Jed Anderson's always my barometer when people play up kids, because I coached him at NT Thunder. I always go back to how hard Jed Anderson trained or how good he was, because he ripped the NITV to shreds in 2011, 2012 as a 17, 18-year-old. Then got drafted. I reckon he was outstanding. And I like to, when people play up kids, I love to compare him to Jed. I reckon he's a ripper.
Clark gets the kick up to half forward. Here's Foster with those rude yellow boots. That's a handball away. Hagan into a one-on-one with Matty Campbell. Here he is, Matty. On the left, the kick is absolutely ridiculous.
Wow.
He is unbelievable, Matty Campbell.
Is it a bit like Jalen? I saw
that was better than Jalen. That was
Jalen.
heaps better than Jalen Clark. That was great.
It's a Matty Campbell show.
Oh, I love Matty Campbell. He's a good player, isn't he, Rick?
They've missed him.
I just have a look at the replay here. See Matty Campbell story after I admire this. Look at that. He's unbelievable. I was coaching one day against Matty Campbell at Gardens Oval. It's probably one of the best individual performances I've ever seen. Buffaloes hadn't beaten Saints for about 12 years, and he absolutely tore us to shreds this day. It was unbelievable.
You don't forget those things, do you?
No, I don't, because my father-in-law, who's a Buffaloes life member, sung the song with Buffaloes after the game. Quite hurtful to me, actually.
So back in the middle, Guthrie for Palmerston, paddling it forward, gets it back. Oh, a big bump coming from Armat. Meanwhile, the kick is a good one from McDonald. And Palmerston get a quick reply, but it's too little too late.
Be good if they could finish all right, but that was a good goal out of the middle. He's played a good second half, McDonald.
He has. It's been impressive tonight.
Who's your best on-ground pick?
Yes.
Matty Dennis has been great.
Yeah. Buffalo's Max. I reckon Max Kennedy's been all right.
Max Kennedy's been great.
Penalty down back hasn't been good. Eldridge.
I'll throw Mackenzie into the mix too as he hits that tap out.
Mikey Coombs done well. Yeah, Lockie McKenzie down back as well. I agree with that, Nick.
This is Paulie Campbell winning the free kick. He's a hard unit. Brother of Matty.
His bloke's played well, I reckon.
Lexi Kennedy just misses the target, misses Pendles, and have a boundary throw in right on centre wing. So 23 minutes gone in the final quarter. Buffalo's well and truly in control, and there we go. It's full time, Nev.
Sure is. You've been watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League from TIO Stadium in hot and steamy Darwin, and we're on Larrakia country. That concludes round 9. Darwin Buffaloes have won. Final scores 13-11-89. Palmerston Magpies 6-9-45. From your commentary team, Nick O'Reilly, yes, the guy with Big Mo, Ricky Nolan and Nev McEwen, thanks for joining us, and please stay safe on the roads.